Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your August 2017 mid-month readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Welcome any newcomers. And as always, thank you for all your likes, shares, subscribes, your support, feedback, and comments. Keep them coming. And for those of you who didn't watch the beginning of the month generals, yes, my background and environment has changed because I am bouncing around Eastern Europe right now, currently in beautiful Poland, where it is raining today. Thank you for joining me here in Poland today. Thank you also to those of you who continue to reach out for personal one-on-one readings and to my regular clients, because as those of you know who have been following me for a while, even though I do travel regularly, I continue to do my general readings and one-on-one readings and work with clients because the internet is pretty much all over the world now, which is a real blessing. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me and you haven't read with me before, you can click on the About or Description button on my YouTube channel's homepage, which will give you a little more information, and my email address, which is Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I do a wide variety of readings. And I do readings full time, 5 to 6 days a week. It is what I do. So current turnaround time for personal readings is pretty quick. We can usually schedule a reading for you within a few days, upwards of 2 weeks, but almost always within a 2 week period of time, we can schedule a reading for you. And I can almost always get back with you within a day or two of your initial contact to exchange information and see what it is that you want. So if you're interested, send me an email and we will go from there. So remember to check your rising and your moon sign videos as well if you know them and if you can, because as we always say, these are general readings and there's so many of you watching. They're of course not going to resonate the same or mean the same thing to the same degree for everyone watching. They may play out in different areas of your life depending on who you are, although the energy fundamentally remains the same no matter what sector of your life it resonates in. But watching all three of your videos, if you know them and if you can, one of them may play out a little more predictably for you than others, and it just gives you additional insight and clarification. So try to do that if you can. So we're looking at the last half of August 2017. So I'll be pulling 2 cards for each of the remaining 2 weeks with an additional 5th card from the bottom of the deck for overall energy and guidance. And this reading is for the earth sign of Taurus, Taurus the bull, for August 2017 mid-month. So Taurus, we have the 3 of Cups, followed by the 9 of Pentacles. Lovely. And the 4 of Swords, followed by Judgment. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and guidance is the 6 of Swords. Okay, Taurus. Well, it's a great way to begin. We start with the 3 of Cups, followed by the Knight of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles. Sorry about the glare. This fluctuating light with the fluctuating weather, the light just goes up and down. Okay, so the 3 of Cups is a card of it. Wow, this glare is really interesting. It's a card. It's not helping. It's a card of celebration. It's a card which has a strong social theme to it. It represents being out, being with your friends, having a good time. It goes a little deeper than that, though. This is about kind of a kinship, kindred spirit, best friends kind of social network. Not just any friends, not just going out and being with strangers and having a good time, but it's about people that you really connect with, people whose company that you really enjoy because you feel very connected to them. Perhaps you have a history together. This could be like that sisterhood or brotherhood kind of sense. That whole, that old TV series Sex and the City, if you ever watched that, Carrie Bradshaw and her girlfriends. It's kind of that connection, that close developed history that you get between people that you don't have to pretend with and they don't have to pretend with you. It's just that really good connected, enjoying the company of people whose company you connect with and vice versa. A strong social theme, but really getting out there, having a good time, being social, being quite gregarious and outgoing. And perhaps there's a celebratory theme to it as well, because I feel like a lot of you are celebrating something specific. An Independence Day, so to speak, because that 3 of Cups is paired with the 9 of Pentacles. Pentacles is earth energy. It's more in that tangible sector of your life. And this is about independence, self-sufficiency, self-empowerment, prosperity, and abundance, because 10s would represent the end of a cycle, a lot of the long, slow accumulation of prosperity and abundance. The 9 of Pentacles represents still a fair amount, financial, material success, prosperity, and abundance, perhaps, but just being at a place in your life where you feel feel really good about who you are, what you are, where you're going, and most importantly, what you've worked really hard to build up and accumulate, both in the physical sense around you and just in your own sense of self-sufficiency and independence. Everything that you're currently enjoying, the fruits of your labors, nobody's handed to you on a silver platter. You've worked very hard for everything that you've gotten. It's sometimes nicknamed the happy, single, successful woman card, which is kind of silly. First of all, it can be male or female. Second of all, the point is not whether you're single or not. If she or he is single and they want to be with someone, they'll take their time choosing because they don't feel a compulsive need or that they have to be because they can't provide for themselves. This is about just being very empowered and self-loving and acceptance in who you are and what you've built up for your life, whether or not you're with somebody else or not. So celebratory, out with your friends. Perhaps some of you, it's just specific, you're celebrating an Independence Day. Some of you, I'm kidding, this is divorce. You've either gone through a legal separation or divorce, something is coming to an end, and you're feeling a literal sense of physical and legal independence as well. Some of you, you may have come into a large sum of money, or you may have gotten the promotion or the job offer that you wanted, and it's putting you on a track or giving you the sense or the actual tangible resources to be independent and take care of yourself and not have to be dependent and reliant on somebody else. Again, a sense of celebration and being out, celebrating that with friends, with family, but really I think more a lot of you with people who really kind of have been following your journey or are privy to what you've kind of, the path that you've been walking up until now. Lovely celebratory energy here. And what area of your life this manifests in, whether it's the personal relationship area of your life, romantic, friendship, or otherwise, or whether it's work, career, finances, or whether it's a combination of both of those things, or you've won something, something of that sort. Again, the specifics will vary depending on who's watching, but the energy fundamentally remains the same. You're celebrating a sense of independence, self-empowerment, not having to rely on other people anymore, or the ability and resources to build a life where that's achievable for you. Now, at or towards the end of August 2017, we have the energy of the Four of Swords paired with the major arcana card of Judgment. So the Four of Swords, this is more mental, cerebral energy, air energy governs this suit. This is a card of rest, respite, restoration, taking some time out. It represents taking a temporary time out from any kind of conflict or challenge of some kind. It can represent being tired, worn out, exhausted, needing to take better care of yourself, or that you're in the process of doing that. Again, whatever has led to this lovely celebratory energy, it looks like it's been quite an investment of energy, mental, emotional, physical, financial even, and you're feeling the need to kind of replenish, restore yourself, and also to kind of consider where you're going to go next. There is a sense, especially looking at the Six of Swords being your overall energy and guidance, and that's a card of peace, restoration, and healing as well, but it's usually peace, restoration, and healing that comes after something painful or chaotic or something that just was a tremendous struggle. So it looks like whatever it is, even though it's culminated in this lovely celebratory independence, I don't need anybody anymore kind of energy, or I'm not going to be needing anybody anymore kind of energy. It still looks like you need to take some time out, take a step back, kind of rest, restore, replenish yourself, and kind of take and spend some time thinking about where you're going next and being careful about where you go next and what you choose to do next, because accompanying the Four of Swords is the major arcana card of Judgment, which is a call to action, but it's a call to careful action. Judgment says it's time to choose a path to do something, but be careful about how you do it, because there's an air of finality about Judgment card, meaning whatever you do, say, decide, choose, set into motion, it's going to lay the stage. It's going to set the stage for something for quite some time to come. You're not going to be able to reverse it, come back from it, or come back from it easily. You're going to be kind of locked into whatever you choose for some time to come. So be careful. No spontaneous or impulsive actions or paths here. Make sure that what you do, what you say, the path you choose, whatever you set in motion from here on out, after you spend some time kind of recouping, resting, kind of getting your feet back underneath you. Make sure that you carefully consider all the pros and cons of all your options and take the one that you really feel is best for you, true and authentic to you and your path, because you're going to be kind of locked into it for a while. So some careful consideration, contemplation, maybe after this initial, party, celebrating, taking some time out, maybe withdrawing a little bit from elevated social activity to kind of recoup, get your thoughts and your mind in order, and consider carefully what you're going to do next. Overall energy, the Six of Swords, peace, restoration, healing. This is a card of sailing away from troubled, turbulent, chaotic waters which are behind her and into a time period that's more peaceful, calm, placid, serene, a time of harmony and balance and healing as well. It has a quiet, more somber feel to it, but it's positive and it's transitional, meaning the worst is behind you, or the most challenging, hardest things are behind you. You're not quite to the other shore yet where everything's settled, but you're moving there. You're on your way. You're healing. It's peaceful, particularly those of you for whom this is, bringing a difficult relationship to an end, or a long-term hard job or something of that sort, where it's really taken a lot out of you. Again, energy, advice, spend some time thinking carefully about what you want to do next, on the next part of your path, or on this new path as you're continuing to heal and move forward. Take your time is kind of what I'm getting. Allow yourself to heal, to recoup, get your feet back underneath you. Make sure that you don't make any rash or hasty decisions, because you may regret them later and not be able to reverse them. Just take some time out after this initial celebratory period is over with, Taurus. Great reading, absolutely beautiful, bright, positive reading. So happy to bring it to you. Thank you so much for watching it. Taurus, this pretty much wraps up your August 2017 mid-month reading. I hope you've enjoyed it, that it's brought you some insight and some food for thought, perhaps. If any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading, again, just click on the About or Description button on my YouTube channel's homepage. If you haven't worked with me before, you'll find my email address there, which is Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. I will see you all again in a week or two, as always. And as always, until then, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope to see you back here again soon, Taurus. Take care. Bye-bye.